Mr. Hyde?
Yes.
Okay, well, my name remains Martin Hyde. Remain living in the city for the last 20 years. It's terribly easy to proffer someone else's chin to be punched financially. This so-called plan is and will only be paid for by city taxpayers. So let's be clear, it's city taxpayers alone. 5 to 7% of the citizens of Sarasota don't play golf. It's 5 to 7% of the rounds, and there's 60,000 rounds, so you divide that up by 12, and actually what you're down to is about 400 city residents. So let's call it what it is, 400 of 58,000. I have here, because we avoid facts here, for everyone, the general ledger numbers for Bobby Jones for the first 4 months of the financial year. None of you seen it, none of you asked for it, which is October the 1st through January the 31st. November, December, and January are three of the busiest months three of the 6 busiest months of the year. They're an accurate reflection of the current state of affairs at BJGC. The highlights are direct golf revenues of green fees down 5% compared to 2018 and 2019 at $264,000 for 4 months, which would mean likely less than $800,000 in green fees for the full year. Cart revenue at $265,000 is down 12% compared to the same period in 2018. Merchandise sales at just $25,000 for 4 months are down by 36% versus 2018. Locker revenues are down 60% from 2019. The only numbers that went up significantly were on expenses, such as $28,000 on legal expense in just 4 months. The current operational cost of Bobby Jones is in excess of $3 million, since you added, rather incredibly, $300,000 to maintenance costs at the last meeting. In this current year, the golfing revenues will be significantly below $1.6 million at the current trending rate, meaning real losses before any accounting manipulation will be more than $1.4 million that taxpayers in the city will have to pay. The master plan, so-called, assumes the numbers of renovations and construction are accurate, to which I'd refer you to the lift station that was supposed to cost $10 million, that's now $57 million over budget, and the ill-fated project to be discussed tonight, where an estimated building in Newtown that was supposed to cost $400,000 3 years ago has morphed into $900,000. Such massive overruns on 2 of your most recent projects don't fool me with much confidence that $12 million or $14 million or whatever will remain as budgeted. Even if it did, the course would still need to double its golfing revenue to only lose $1 million a year once the debt cost is added in. For those of you that harbour hopes of re-election, I'd ask you to consider how many people in the district think this is a better use of money than affordable housing. For those of you that think golf over affordable housing, at least you'd have somewhere else nice to play when the electorate fire you in the fall. Thank you.
Thank you.